Generic greetings and welcome back to Airships once again. So the previous episode I lost a fight mainly because I didn't deploy them properly. I thought we were going to win it quite readily and just thought, yeah, just press the go button and see what happens, and things collapsed, things got hit, and it didn't go overly well. So now we are reduced to fighting a battle with a lot less vessels. So as you can see, we have 3 reacting tons, one of them damaged, but we should be able to get those onto one of their ships and then take it over. I'm aiming for this one here. And then we've also got the bomber, which will hopefully go straight up and along and then bomb them. What I'm going to do is move that back over like so, just so we get a bit of height on them. And then finally we have the KVs down the bottom, which I am going to move them as far back as possible because essentially I don't want them getting flanked. I don't want stuff going up the top or bottom of them because, well, as you can see, they are not exactly, well, they don't have a great arc of fire, and they're not that maneuverable because they're quite slow. So that should be about that. And then we've got the drone Shippington, which I don't think I can place. No, we can't. We can't place this simply because it lost all of the flotation tanks at the top. It also lost a suspendium chamber, which means we can't place it because of the trees. So we're going to have to fight with a very, very, very limited amount of ships here. So let's just click, that's the wrong button, start the battle. So let's go and we'll say board ship. We'll click that one there and then we'll unpause it. Obviously these are getting shot straight away and they've got drones coming out, but what we can do is move straight away like so. This one needs to go up like that. And you can see what's happening is immediately, aha, that's pretty good. We have managed to board this thing, and I believe we've taken over. In fact, the Reactington is doing quite well there. Now, the KVs are also firing away, so we do have this boarded, and I believe we have this under... Do we have it under control? I'm not entirely sure, but what you can see is happening here is these are getting absolutely shredded by their drones. They've got a lot of drones, which are really doing a number on me. Have I managed to take that over? I think I might have taken that over, you know. It is moving around, which is always good. But as you can see, we are still getting shredded by these drone type things, which is not good. So we need to move them forward and then flip them like so, because the thing that is doing the damage now is that one at the back there. So technically we are still in the fight, and is this firing at me? I believe that is firing at me. Yeah, I don't know if I've controlled that or not. I can't click on it, so I'm guessing not. We'll close reserve, and yeah, it's not going overly well. I can move back and flip to there, but is there any point? I'm going to have to flee, and we're going to... Yeah, we've lost that one, essentially. So we're going to have to move back to our home base. So sadly, we have lost that fight simply because of the first one. I didn't deploy correctly, and this one we were just outclassed. And also, we don't have the right stuff. They've got a lot of those... they've got a lot of those, like, drone-type things, which are really, really dodgy. Either way, also last episode, we cracked on building the Doomshipington, which should be probably one of the... It should be... No, I don't want to refit. I want to repair it. There we go. It should be probably one of the most... expensive. I think it is one of the biggest ships we've got. If it's not the biggest ship we've got, it's certainly close to it. So anyway, we'll click on that and you can see there it is, the Doomshipington. It's a fairly big beast, and we're going to start repairing all of these things. And we'll pause it, we'll go to build ship, and I think what we'll do is start to build. We do need some sort of carrier, so we could crack on with that, although we could also make something that will be able to fire those drones, but I'm not entirely sure. We've also got these little buzzers, as you can see. They're like very, very, very small vessels. So they've got essentially it's a 2-man crew. You've got one person on like a little gun at the front, then you've got someone who's actually commanding the ship and doing everything else. But no, I don't know which is the best way to go. That's not the way to go. Certainly not. I could go for the carrier. Although, why can't we go for the carrier? $4,000, it won't allow us to build it because of reasons. We're actually minus 500 now, that's bad. Let's recall the spies then on a lot of these. That'll help us out a little bit, and then we will probably go and try and take that over. They do have some vessels there. What I'll do is, once this is built, I will go ahead and let me just check my defenses here. We are not too bad. Let's go to build building, and we don't want to farm. We want something that's a bit more defensive, and we'll go for a black citadel. That should do us quite nicely, and we'll place it in... Well, we'll place it at the front because we're going to move this other one a little bit further forward, then move that one to the back of there, and then we'll leave that just so we got some extra defenses because I don't want things getting taken over again. Obviously, minus 500, but we've already got 40... 4,000 plus a bit of change, so not something to worry about too much. I need to go and take this back over, but obviously with them moving around here, I'm not entirely convinced that flinging everything I've got elsewhere is a good idea, but they have now moved, so I'm going to go straight towards Thamol, which should have... it should have some defences there, but I don't know exactly what because I recall my spy, and I've just managed to make it before them. So, another fight which is... Oh, right, so they've got whatever that is, and then they've got that left, and that's all they have. Okay, I think I will just press the go button, and there's the death ray being fired straight away, as you can see. There's the death ray firing, and immediately we've won. So we'll do a brutal takeover, and then immediately they're going to run back. Now, I could actually invade over there. Is it a good thing to do? Invade, follow them back over? You know what? We need to... No. We probably need to get some defences in here first. Let's just go to defences here, and obviously we're going to scrap a couple of these things because they are completely utterly useless, and we'll scrap that. Actually, what is it? I don't know what it is. We'll go to refit. And it's... Oh, fragments of artillery station. Okay, yeah, we'll scrap it then, because that's just not necessary. Build building. The main thing that we build is this artillery station. It is fantastic, and we'll place it in and leave that one. And as you can see, we're getting invaded here, and we're getting invaded... well, that's turning around now, so that's fine. So I'm going to try and get my ships back. No, I'm going to have to stay there. I'm going to have to stay there and keep... this defended. What defenses have I got here? That's fine. Those should be okay. Yeah, we should be about right. Well, it depends on what they're sending here, but we took a fairly big chunk out of them last time, so it's not going to be too much, and it isn't too much. It's only 4 ships. One of them is a carrier of some kind. The second one has got some drones, well, similar in there. This one has got, I'm guessing, 4 big cannons, looking at the mouths on it, and then finally we've got that thing. Yes, right, so we'll just start. We haven't got nothing else to target. There's the initial shot out. Obviously, we are mainly focused on the artillery, which, as you can see, is just taking the front of that ship off, which is very, very important. I'm going to put them on rapid fire. I think that's the way to go, and them guys on rapid fire as well, because it just seems like those guys are completely incapable of running out of ammo, and I don't know if that's the case. And, oh, there's some trees going to get wrecked. Yep, there's a tree's gone. So they've fallen out of the sky, as you can clearly see. I do need to probably target that ship there. That's the carrier, and good grief, that volley there was from the artillery again. Yeah, I don't know what's best to target, because it has launched for some of its fighters. It's now got almost no back end there. Artillery station is still firing. This thing at the back is cracking on. That is fine. We are going to target... What the hell? Why is there, like, bright flashing white lights? Is that the artillery? Yeah, I think we're firing nuclear bits. Oh, and I've just realised that. Look at that. That's a bit of the ship that was here. That's very strange indeed. Okay, that's that gone, I think. Yes, we will now target that one left. So that ship is now demolished. That's demolished. That's demolished. That's demolished. So there's only one of them left, and it's just been cut in half. There's the artillery coming in. You can see the waves and the volleys coming in. It's not that accurate, though, so I might have to change it. Where the hell is that going? Incoming! Yeah, we're going to target that ship. There we go. I think another artillery centre is always the way forward. I certainly think it is. Either way, come on, a couple more shots and we should have this won. That thing's burning. The yeah, the middle's burning, and that is out. So is that not classed as a proper vehicle anymore? I don't think it's a proper vessel, so where's the rest of the shots going? The rest of the shots are going in here. It's just a case of trying to figure out now, yep, there we go, what's left, but the artillery dealt with it. So we did a victory there, a good victory. I'm going to go to defences, and obviously you need to repair some of these, so we'll repair that, and, oh, we'll have to move it about because it is a bit dodgy because of where it's been placed. Actually, can we move that? That's the farm, you see, and this one is, I think that's just an artillery station, or it might have been the back end of that. Possibly, yes, I think it was. Yeah, there's the bits. So what we'll do is once this is rebuilt, we'll build the other one as well. Okay, so time to we could go up and attack that. With that, we want to use the Doomship, but I don't think it's possible while these guys are still about. They're just going to keep going back and forward, back and forward. I'll move over to there. Don't think I'm going to get back in time. It doesn't look like that is the case, but for whatever reason, they turned round, and I don't know why. I think because they've got a lot on their borders there. That's an interesting one. I could try and take this guy down the bottom, which is possible. I'm just going to keep moving back and forward and moving back and forward and invading. Yeah, it looks like I will get to attack this thing down the bottom. They're going to attack me as a counter, but I have managed to get there. They've only got 2 farms by the look of it, so this should be a fairly easy fight. We'll just start the fight there. Obviously, the drones are going to come straight out. There is the death ray. There's the death ray, and then it's a victory. So we're going to do a brutal takeover. We're going to immediately move over to their other city. Actually, you know what? We're going to move over to this city around the back, and we might even be able to... Yeah, we're just going to float around, because obviously we are. Ah, they're quite quick, though. They're quicker than me. I'm trying to do it so that wherever I move, they... wherever they move, I have a bit more time to react and like sort of pass them, but they're a bit too fast. Anyway, building, we'll go for Forest Artillery Station because that seems to be, let's say, a very good thing. We'll go to build land ship. No. The problem is we've got so many defenses and we haven't got enough cash, so we're going to have a fight here. So let's go to build ship, and I think Reactingtons were working well, so we're going to start building those. Although, someone did... Let's cancel. Let's go to design ship, open design. And we're going to go to the Reactington because people have said that there's a couple of different ones in the mods, which is quite good. So we go to troops, and you can see we've got large guard barracks, marine barracks, and a mech suit bay. Specialized workshop for maintaining a highly advanced powered exoskeleton suit. These suits require a large flow of replacement parts and remain functioning, but allow for superhuman abilities to be performed. That's one mech suit. Shall we try it out? I think it would be rude not to. So we're going to put these further forward, put that there, and then we'll put this mech suit in here. And that should be... they're guards, I believe. Can they board? It doesn't say, but I don't know if they... actually, I'm not too sure if they can. Let's see what other stuff we've got. There's different modules, which we're not going to use. Let's go for WF modules, which is heavy cannons, lightning cannons, big conch and space guns, super lasers, suspendium drive, timing ammo store, no, nothing like that. What about the weapon pods? No. That's some fancy miscellaneous stuff. Not going to be there. And these are just weapons, I believe. Yeah, KV2. Triple gun turret. Look at the state of that. A Type 93 torpedo launcher, which is a little bit too advanced for what we're going for here. I think that's going to have to be it. Let's just save the design as the Reactington. We're not going to call it a V2. We're going to call it the Reactington. I'm not entirely sure. Mech suit? Yeah, something like that. And build that one. And build ship. Mech suit. And let's see what they're like. We're going down here. He's going to actually come... Oh, I don't know. It's going to be close. I might get there in time. No, he just beat me. So he's managed to get there just before me. And he's going to be able to take this over. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flee, which is immediate defeat. But a second later, I'll go straight into the fight. And then it's that now instead. Aha. So I'll move this over here. Gratuitous jump cut because there's just been a flood in the bathroom. Because it's practically chaos around here at the moment. Anyway, so deployment here. We're going to move all of the KV2s to the back because, as we said before, they are not very good at the old close range stuff. This is going to be close to the ground. In fact, if I can ground the thing in general, then that'll be quite good. And we've got our Doomship, which really shouldn't go at the front. You know what? Yeah, that's actually a good plan. I'm going to move these KVs to the front. Hopefully, they will target those rather than the Doomship. Doomship going to go right at the back like so, and then we will start the fight. So as you can see, we've got these three things here. We're going to focus everything we can on actually the top one, because then if it gets destroyed, then it falls out of the sky. And there we go. Start the fight, and there's the death laser coming in, which did actually hit, but did very little. Oh, there you go. Look, can you see the death ray coming in? There's the death ray, and it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it pretty much always destroys whatever it hits, or rather goes through the armor. There's the artillery, one coming in from the left, one coming in from the right, because I do have two of them on here, and because of that, this thing is getting absolutely destroyed. And then obviously you can also see the huge swarm of hussars coming in and just picking that thing apart completely. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, job done. And oh, we've actually lost one of our engines. In fact, we're losing a fair bit of this, because that is getting hurt a lot. Wow, okay, let's just target the one here then, and let's see if we can destroy everything. We're going to see you target the bottom ones there. Looks like we have lost one of our... Oh, we've lost everything! Our artillery station is gone. It's completely gone, and the super weapon on the top is gone as well. So it is certainly not invulnerable. Very, very, very far from it. We're going to ram these back over. Ram because there's a suspendium rock in the way. And you can see the hussars are taking care of business. They are picking this thing apart, but the problem is that they are also falling out of the sky now and again. Oh, they're going back to rearm and repair. Yeah, they are picking them apart. KV-2s are still firing away. We're going to target the top one again, and... I was going to say it's saying it's out of action, but it's not out of action. It's just these back bits there. Okay, so that's fine. So it looks like yeah, the bottom bit's just being chopped off. This could still be a loss here, because we are losing hussars. We've only got a few left, and I don't know why they've been taken out. Oh, because they've got rifles, and the rifles can target them. But we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in total, whereas we started off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 24, 48 of them. So yeah, actually, it's a fairly big loss in terms of these. But there you go. Looks like we are still chipping away. As long as these guys can stay in the fight, then we should be okay. We do have one KV turret out of a gun. It just doesn't have a gun anymore. One of them looks like to be... very, very... Oh, I think it's actually lost the guns. Oh, yes, lost both guns. And that one... Yeah, we've got one gun left and a couple of hussars. So I don't think we can win it, but I don't think anything's going to be classed as destroyed. So there's nothing really stopping me from just continuing the fight and just seeing what happens. Obviously, they're going to route with coal, so that we'll just say... We'll tell them to... I was going to say I'll tell them to land. There we go, ground the ships, just because if we don't, then... Well, they will fall out the sky anyway. That's just exactly what's happened there. Just fell out the sky. Oh, there's another one. So it's just the hussars now. Well, hussar, one of. Although he's just taken out the suspendium chamber. It's coming down to one hussar, and nope, we've lost the last one. Okay, so we're gonna flee. There's no need to keep fighting that, and we've lost. Don't say we've lost all of that. Wow. It has actually been destroyed. That was surprising. Right, so we're going to have to go and build those again, which is difficult. I don't know why they were all destroyed. I have no idea why they were all destroyed. Either way, we're going to have to build the... Where is it? Well, the plan was to make the Reactington mech suits and keep building them. Obviously... That there, fairly big loss for me. They're going to then assault over here. And probably not going to go too well for me. But we'll say build ship, and we're going to keep building these mech suits. And then once we've got a couple of them, what I'll do is build another fairly big ship. I could move the Reactington over there, because look how quick it is. Look how quick these things are. That's why we made these things originally. The whole point in these things was to be, well, as it's named, react. It's Reactington. And oh my good grief, they've just sent a boatload of stuff towards me. So I've got one artillery station and 3 Reactingtons, which is not going to go well. We are going to start the fight, but we'll see how it goes. And it's got a huge honking space laser by the look of it. Look at that. Yeah, that's something I've never seen before. We're going to have to move down to here, and that's got rocket engines there. We will probably board the guy right below us. If we can board. There we go. It won't let me click on it. It won't let me board that vessel. Is that an automated vessel? It might be. Either way, we'll say board the one down the bottom. It's going to take a little bit while we reorder this and go down, and then we'll be able to take it straight away. It shouldn't be too difficult to take this thing over, and it is after all a carrier, so taking over will not net as much, other than it's then just pretty much out of the fight, and then we can move on, because we will then assault another vessel. So they are moving from they've taken the front by the look of it, and good grief, it looks like the artillery managed to take the suspendium chamber out, which then dropped on top of that, and it's grounded both. But whatever this thing is, it's right forward, and there's nothing much I can do about it. There's the artillery coming in, which is bombarding this thing on the right. It looks like it's taken it out. Job done, that's fine. These guys, we'll move over to there. We'll flip them around just so we can get the grenade in there. We are not yet in full control of this vessel. It is a very, very close one so far. Let's get the artillery piece to target this guy up here. And the question is whether or not I control these planes or not. And either way, that back end's just fallen off. So, you know, they've got that going for it, which is nice. So I don't know, like I say, I don't know if I have control of this. I don't have control of it yet, no, but as soon as I do, I should get control of the craft. I was going to say spacecraft, but the aircraft. It looks like that thing is still alive. Look at that, it's still got its guns, and it's still cracking on. I have captured it. Yes, I have captured it. So, technically, I believe the fighters should be mine, or no, it doesn't look like they are. It looks like they are firing at me, so nope. That's a problem, and I believe that was getting boarded for a second there. It is not under command either. Not under command either. Look at that. It's being hit. So I guess we'll speed it up, because there's nothing else I can issue a command on other than just do that and go down. The artillery is still coming in. You see now and again there's artillery coming in, but we're going to get picked apart by the sheer amount of fighters. There we go. Yeah, there's the end of that. So we've been defeated, and we've lost the reacting tins again. So we still only have 2 areas, but we're still in profit, so that's good. So we'll build ship, and we are going to go back with the Doomshippington, and we're going to build 2 or 3. We're going to try a big fleet of flying saucers, essentially. So they're going to come right here and basically keep refilling it, rearming it, and whatnot. But build ship, Doomshippington. There we go. And they're attacking me now, which is quite bad, because I don't know if I can win this one. So we will move this down. I don't know what these are, but actually staying here might not be a terrible idea, because I'll click start. Oh, it's them ones, right? And then we'll board the ship, say that one there. And everybody will move to the front. And as soon as I click moving forwards, you can see I will... Okay, I don't think there's any point in controlling that one anymore. I think I'll reorganize that and say, instead, can you take over that one, please? Because taking control of that, it's pretty much dead. So I'm going to move right down like so, and then we'll be able to... Oh, hang on, what's that? Oh, that's the mech suit! There he goes, look! There he is. He's quite good. Quite good. He's moving around. And there's also massive explosions over here somewhere. So we are able to take control of that one. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just max it out a bit, because quite honestly there's not many orders for me to issue. I will target this thing again, this really annoying thing that apparently you can't destroy for whatever reason. And there's the artillery coming in again. Looks like most of these are now destroyed. What I'm going to do is move the ship back over, because I don't want it to be caught in the artillery. That would be quite bad. And we should have this as a win here. I think that's the victory fight. Yeah, there we go. So I survived that entirely. That was great. But obviously it's going to take quite a while for me to build up my forces again. I've only got 1 reacting ton. I'm building in 2 Doomshippingtons, but I think we will leave it there. So next episode, we'll get the Doomshippingtons up and running, and then hopefully, if we can build, say, 2 or 3 of them, we'll... If we get 2 or 3 of them, we'll then move up and around and take the rest over. In terms of what they've got, you can see it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And look at the size of some of these vessels. Yes, they are quite big indeed. Either way, leave it there. Next episode, more Doomshippingtons. Hopefully it'll work. And good to see the Reactington crack on as well. It's good to get a nice little change on that one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.